welcome to the advanced section of this guitar lesson. Now we're going to be looking at some more advanced sweeps. Now the key things that we're going to be looking at in this one is looking at how hammer-ons and pull-offs can affect your sweep, because I know it trips up a lot of guitarists, especially when you start creating your own riffs, which I encourage you to do. The other things it can do is we can look at more extended chords. So rather than just taking the basic minor, major chords, you can actually look at more extended things by adding a few notes. So we're going to be looking at the 7th chords. You're going to be playing minor 7th and you're going to be playing major 7th, but you can apply this to any chord shape if you know your theory. So as always, we're going to be looking at the left hand first, building up the chord shapes. I'll talk you through the right hand and then we'll start combining the things together. Okay, so we're going to be looking at the left hand here. We're going to be moving through an A minor 7 arpeggio, and it starts exactly the same as the intermediate lesson. The first 3 notes are identical. Then you're going to be sliding now, instead of going through the arpeggio, up to the 12th fret. Then you're going to continue a sweep. This is the 7th of the chord. We're going to continue the A minor sweep from here over the next 3 strings. Slide up, slide back down, and then you go through the arpeggio notes that you've just climbed up. So remember guys to use the tab. That will really help you to sort of get your head around the riff, but here's it demonstrated slowly. Then let me talk to you a little bit about the right hand on this particular chord shape, so we can look at how the picking technique is affected by that slide before moving on through the other chord shapes. So the right hand is what we're going to be looking at here. And the right hand, you're going to be picking in a downward motion the first 3 notes. Next one is a slide. Then I'm going to be picking up, then down as a sweep. The high note is going to be the upstroke. I slide up and back down, which is very difficult to do slowly, but a pull off. So all of that last part of the riff pretty much doesn't have any picking involved. Then we're going to do the upstroke. A pull off, a slide, and then up, up. So combined, slide, now, different riffs will have different picking techniques with the right hand. Some people will pick that particular riff different. It's not a case of right and wrong with sweep picking. It's always a case of efficiency of movement. The most efficient way you can find of picking any riff will be the easiest and the best that you can play the riff, and therefore it becomes easier to play faster, which is generally the goal of most guitarists when they're going for the sweep picking, is to play fast. So you're always looking for economy of motion. You don't want to do a down followed by an up, because you're going to have to skip over the strings in order to get that upstroke. Whereas if you do 2 downs, it's a much more efficient way. By thinking in that sort of context, that should hopefully help you piece together the rest of this riff. Now the tab is where you're going to be doing most of your time, so make sure you pause the video and check out the tab for the guitar riff. I'm going to move it through the rest of the chord shapes so you can see how the slides and things sort of work with 7th chord shapes. So let's move on to the next shape with the left hand. So you've done the A minor, you slide down, it starts exactly like the first shape that you did. The picking pattern's going to be identical throughout all of this, by the way, guys. The only thing that changes is obviously what the left hand is doing, and there's a lot more use of the pinky finger. Devil's, you know, God's little joke to all us guitarists, but we have to make do with the little finger. So, particularly the slide on that little finger is going to be what's going to take a bit of time, but do spend the time on each chord shape before moving on to the next part. The final chord shape starts exactly the same. Each of those shapes in the riff I do twice. So I do that A minor 7th, then I do the G major 7th, and then I do the F major 7th chord shapes twice each. You move back finally and repeat the A minor all the way up. And I finish with a guitar bend to the 17th fret. If you're an advanced guitarist, that will be quite normal for you to do something like that. But if not, just a quick sort of tip on bending. Make sure you use the other fingers here, these 2 fingers. They don't have to do nothing. You can bend with the 3rd finger all the way up there to that high note. And make sure you hit the target note. So guys, that concludes the advanced part of the guitar course. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you've been with me from the start, you've done an absolutely awesome job. I would imagine for many people, we're talking, you know, months of practice to reach this advanced level of sweep picking. If you have any questions, if you have any, you know, sort of tips and hints for people who are already studying, you can use the comment section below. Do answer people's questions. I do try and answer everyone's, but if I don't get a chance, then you know, that's what the community spirit's all about. So appreciate it if you could help out some of the other guys learning the course. Hope you enjoyed this little mini guitar course. Every week I release a new lesson, so I hope to see you on next Sunday when I release the next video. And YouTube, if you're watching, big thanks for the studio here. It was a great day. I'll see you guys next week.